Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Stephanie. Today I have a few very simple DIY projects that might be of some interest to some of you, especially those festival goers out there. Coachella has just come and gone, and to me that is the beginning of a new festival season. And one item that I always bring to festivals are bandanas. These are just such useful little pieces of cloth. It gets so dusty at some festivals, so you really need to protect your nose and your mouth. So they're a nice little guard there. Also, a lot of festivals are really hot in the day, but at night get super chilly. So I like to wear them around my neck, because you know, if you keep your core warm, the rest of your body can kind of be okay. Today I'm gonna be showing you a few ways to customize these bandanas, and not only do I think it's a great thing to do for yourself, but you could do it for your group of friends, so you're all matching, and I think it could be a great souvenir of your time together. If you would like to see more DIYs such as this, please make sure to subscribe below. Come join the sisterhood, no matter your true pronoun or gender identity. Come join the family. All right, let's get into it. The first customization I'm gonna talk about today is embroidery. So here I have this little SGV on a red bandana. This is very, very straightforward. What you're gonna need for this is, of course, a bandana. You're gonna need some embroidery thread. Very easy to find at like Michael's or pretty much any craft store will have this. And also a little embroidery hoop. This one I have here is a very interesting shape. I just went to my local store and found this one. I thought this would be good to really get into the corners, you know, of the bandana. So that's why I chose this one, but you can go with a traditional circle one as well, and these are not expensive at all. All these materials that I'm showing you today are very inexpensive. I also want to say, if I can do this, you can definitely do this. Just try. I'm not the most artistic person at all. I've done some embroidery in the past because I think it's really interesting and I enjoy doing it. But when it comes to this, super straightforward. So for this, I use something called a split stitch. And if you want to go on YouTube and watch somebody do it, it's such a simple stitch to do, and it's also great for doing curves. You can really do a lot of curved lines with a split stitch. It's a really straightforward stitch. Pretty much what you want to do for your very first stitch is you're going to bring the needle in from behind, pull it up, and then, you know, you can kind of decide what your spacing is, but I kept it pretty tight because my letters are so small. I put it back down into the bandana, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come in from behind, but through the middle of your stitch. And you're gonna continually do that over and over again. So you're gonna come in through the middle of the stitch and then go further into your design. If I'm not making any sense, I apologize, but I think you could just see the motion of it happening. And also, like I said, there are so many videos online of how to do this. It is quite straightforward. Definitely, if you want to practice before heading into the real deal, you could do that. But also, you know, if you mess up on a bandana, you can kind of pull the strings back through pretty easily. So yeah, bandanas are a very easy material to work with when it comes to hand stitching. So this is one of the bandanas that I did. It's really straightforward, just my initials. You could definitely make it for your friends. Really easy. I think I did this in just a few minutes. I was just listening to a podcast and I got this done. The very first one I did, I have another example here for you. I probably should have done that one first just to practice, but I did this one first, and it has another one of my customizations on there, which is a patch. But here, I put it more in the middle of the bandana, so when you're wearing it, you kind of see it more on your face. And this one says Boss Tycoon in orange threading, and I made the little S's money sign. So this one I didn't plan the spacing as well, but again, it doesn't really matter too much. I think it still looks cool. For these ones, it might be a good idea to get some chalk or something since it is black. And I sewed this at nighttime. I don't know, I just had some free time and I wanted to do it. It was literally so dark and it was not well lit, so probably try to light your path a little bit better. For the red one, I just used a little really thin like Sharpie marker pen, and I made little dots along where I thought I should guide myself. This one I pretty much had no guidance and I just went for it, but I think it still went pretty well. Like I said, another one of my customizations, iron-on patches. So straightforward. There's so many that you can buy. If you live in like Los Angeles or someplace that has a fabric district in any like large city, there's definitely like fabric districts, or even just going to like a Joann's or a fabric store, you can find a lot of different varieties of patches there. I found a bunch of really, really cool ones, and in that way you could also customize a bunch of bandanas for different people, because you know, everybody's got their own little mood, their own little personality, so you can pick patches to fit your friends' personalities. The one that I did outside of this very shimmery little goldfish here, which I absolutely love. These ones, you have to make sure to put a piece of fabric on top of it before you iron on, because obviously you don't want to apply heat directly to the sequins. So make sure you follow instructions. Just be really careful about using an iron and this stuff, because you don't want to melt anything or cause a fire. The more simple thing that I did was this little cherries on this white bandana right here. There are a lot of different ways you can wear bandanas other than wearing it on your face. You know, you can wear it like this, like I said before. Look how freaking cute that is. I love that. It really does add a little pop of color to your outfit. You could also just tie it on your belt loop. You can tie it to your bag, which I do a lot of times. And in this particular one, I made sure that I kind of wrapped it really neatly, and this one I would wear on my wrist. So I would wear it like this. You could just tie it once, but it's kind of floppy, so you could also wrap it around and tie it tight, and you have a nice little bracelet to go along with your outfit as well. I absolutely love how this final customization turned out. Look at this. So freaking cute. These are like these little bells that you find on a lot of jewelry attached to the end of the bandana. You know, I saw kind of a similar image to this on the ASOS website, and I was like, I could definitely make that, because I think that one thing was like pretty expensive. So I just went to a craft store and I found these small little bells. The thing they have attached to it is a little jewelry ringlet. Other things that you're gonna need are something like these little pliers. I bought these little jewelry pliers because I thought that they would be necessary, but honestly, these pliers that were out of my toolbox were the ones that I ended up using. So if you have a toolbox, you're gonna have a pair of these in there. I bought a variety of bell sizes and ring sizes, but pretty much the ones I ended up going with were the ones that I intuitively thought were gonna work, and that's the case. But you know, I didn't like waste too much money on these, because each of these little bags were like $2, you know, so not a big deal, and I could use them for future projects. The embroidery needle also actually came in quite handy in creating little holes for the rings to go through the fabric. So in terms of prep work, first of all, you want to open up the rings a little bit, and this is when I used the very small jewelry pliers, but you could also do this by hand if you really wanted to. I did open a few by hand, it wasn't a big deal. I just stick the pliers in the ring and kind of open it up slowly so that there is a small space that is created. And at this point, you can put the little bell onto the ring, but if you don't want to do that yet, you can wait as well, it's up to you. Then you're just going to take your embroidery needle and create little holes, just space it however you want to. So I just would stick the needle in and kind of wiggle it around to create a little space, and then all you do is grab the ring and put it through the little hole. It's very, very easy. And then you're gonna grab your pliers, and you can even do this by hand too, no joke, but I like to use the pliers very carefully, kind of just close up that hole and just try to create the most seamless ring possible you can. So you want to close it up and try and make it as close to each other as possible. It's like when I would put in my own septum piercing and I would close it with these pliers. Pretty much I would use pliers like this just to close it up and make sure that it's really nice and seamless. Actually, my dad did that for me the first time. It was pretty funny. I had like a little cartilage piercing that I took out, and I wanted to use it for my nose, so I asked my dad if he would close it up for me in my nose, but then I learned how to do it myself, so yeah. Weird little tangent. But yeah, anyways, once you just do that a bunch, you're gonna end up with this. And I kind of messed up because I forgot that I wanted to do on camera a final 3 here and then a final 3 on this side. I just did a final 6 on this side. So I think I'm just gonna take these out because this is enough, I think, to look really, really pretty. And look at that. I freaking love how that looks. It's such a good accessory, and it's also functional. So sick. So yeah, those are all my DIY bandanas. I know I'm a noob when it comes to sewing. I'm not the best, but I wanted to make this video anyways. I'd been wanting to make this video for a little while actually, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna freaking do it. Even though it's not perfect, I know this is not like the most gorgeous you know, sewing ever. It's so cool, it's so customized, and I think that's what makes it really special, obviously. If you decide to make any of these, or if you find any funny patches online, please make sure to tag me in any photos on Instagram or Twitter. I would love to see your designs. I'm sure you're gonna come up with much cooler stuff than I did. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe below. Come join the sisterhood. Would love to have you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!